We can visualize datasets in JMP with a latitude and longitude coordinate with a bubble plot. First, let's make sure our data is in the right format by right-clicking latitude and going to column info. We can now change it from best to the format of our data, which is geographic latitude degrees for this dataset. We can also change the number of decimals being displayed. Let's go ahead and change it to 5 for right now. Now click OK, and you'll notice it has now been changed. Next, let's change longitude by clicking on column info. We'll repeat the process, but this time select geographic longitude. We can change the decimals once again to 5 to be consistent with the latitude, and click OK. Next, let's change yearly income over to a currency. Under column info, we can change it from best down to currency. Currency has 2 decimal places, so let's go ahead and click OK. With all of our variables properly entered in, go to Graph, Bubble Plot. To create the bubble plot, we will need to put in our latitude in the Y box, and we will need to take our longitude and put it in the X box. Now all of our points will be displayed. A categorical variable such as state can color our points, while a quantitative variable like yearly income can decide the size of our point. Our bubble plot looks great, but we can make it look even better by right-clicking and going to Background Map. There are a lot of choices for Background Map. For this example, I will choose Detailed Earth and click OK. We have now added a Detailed Earth background map, and it looks excellent. Go ahead and right-click again and click on Background Map. This time, let's add in some boundaries for the US states. Clicking OK puts on the US boundaries. If we want to bring them out a little bit more, we can right-click and go to Customize. Under Customize, we can click on Shape and change the color of the lines between the states to make them a little bit darker. We can also increase the size of the lines by going to Line Width and then clicking OK. It is now much easier to see the boundaries between the states on our bubble plot. Right-clicking on the axis allows us to go to Axis Settings and change how many decimals are being displayed. Let's change it to 2. Now we can go to the other axis and right-click on it and go to Axis Settings. Let's go ahead and set it to 2 also, and click OK. We've now customized each axis, but there's still a little bit more we can do with our bubble plot. We can share the bubble plot with anyone by clicking the red arrow and going to Save for Adobe Flash. We will have the option of where we want to save it on our hard drive. Go ahead and pick a destination and then save the file. Now we have an interactive file that comes with the dataset. We can change the transparency on the points to make them easier to see through or harder to see through. We can also change the size of the points to make them bigger or smaller. We can also adjust what values we want displayed by increasing the minimum value displayed or decreasing the maximum value displayed. Finally, we can choose if we want to display points from a certain state or not display points from a certain state. We can visualize our data any way we want.